Welcome, everybody. Welcome to After the Evil, an unofficial Ash versus Evil Dead after show. Now, I am your host, MaryGirl Moody, and we had episode five. Episode five today. I am so disappointed now that we are more than halfway through the season because I don't want this show to be done. I'm so sad that we're literally halfway through the season now. And of course, last week when we had the massive scare about Pablo. So, guys, do not watch this episode if you have not watched Ash versus Evil Dead season 2, episode 5, or any of the other prior ones, because you will be spoiled here. So, another great episode. I mean, I thank you. Hey guys, I'm so glad that you're all here. I love this show. I love this show. I mean, you guys have asked me all the time, what is my favorite show on television? It is Ash versus Evil Dead. I agree, The Walking Dead is a pretty good show. American Horror Story is phenomenal. Love it. Excuse me. And but I have to say, if there if I was to ever pick on a show that I could never ever see again, that would if I was told that I was never going to see this show ever again, what would invoke more emotion into me? And that's Ash versus Evil Dead. If this show ever went away, I would be smashed emotionally and scarred for the rest of my life. So, STARZ, Ash, if you guys are actually, or Ash, STARZ, sorry, Bruce, if any of you are actually watching this, please do not ever take this show away. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So, again, we had another great episode on season 2, episode 5. Again, I'm so sorry about my ranting, and I'm so sorry I'm in my old set. My kids went out and bought themselves some brand new video games this weekend, and they are downstairs gaming until 9 o'clock until it's their bedtime. They get one whole solid hour of video gaming, and I could not intrude upon that. So just for tonight, we are actually in the old set with no posters tonight. So let me actually read some of your comments and hey, what's going on, everybody? So guys, also very quickly, if you are going to be online in 1 hour, go over to the Burnt Toast channel. And they are going to start Devil's Night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's in 1 hour from now. All you have to do is you have to direct message Maisie your email. And that's, I totally forgot about Maisie's email address. So what I will do is I will actually put that in the comments here in just a minute if any of you guys are actually interested in that, because I totally forgot what Maisie's email address was. So anyway, they're doing a Devil's Night on Burnt Toast. It's where Casey and Maisie are coming together with other fans and viewers on Google Hangouts. You guys are all going to talk and come together for a Devil's Night. So please stick around on the Burnt Toast channel for that. So again, Ash versus Evil Dead. Oh my God, the show is just so great. So WWE lady, so great to have you. Hey, Omar. It's so great to have you too. What's up, Nicholas? Brianna, so nice to have you too. What's going on, Mr. Omar and Cade? Cade, love you too. Oh, Reese, did I dye my hair? No, I do not dye my hair ever. I don't put anything but natural products in my shampoo. And I just had a shower about an hour ago and it's still pretty damp. So it's not as light as it normally is. So no. And again, when I start going gray, which I'm sure that will happen soon, I will never even dye my hair then. I just don't believe in doing that stuff to myself. What's up, Arcadia Morningstar? And let's see, Arcadia Morningstar. Um, It murdered me when they took sci-fi was that from okay, it murdered me when they took sci-fi away. I know sci-fi had some great Halloween movies, and I'm so glad too that we have Ash versus Evil Dead because it premiered last year on Halloween night. So I remember getting home from Halloween and rushing my kids into the bathtub, letting them trick out on candy and, rushing them to bed and saying, "Blake, could my husband's name is Blake, and saying, "Blake, what could you put the kids to bed? I have to see Ash versus Evil Dead." So glad I did. Again, it was such a great, it was just such a great show. Yeah, Maddie, Devil's Night is cool. So you guys, please direct message Maisie your Google Hangouts, or excuse me, your Google email address, and then she will add you into the conversation on Google Hangouts. So if you give me a few minutes, I will actually put that in the comments for you guys. Yes, or no, I did not watch Halloween on AMC. I know they have been showing them, Omar. However, I have pretty much every single one of them on DVD. So like, I don't like the commercials. So I just like to put in the DVD. So Arcadia Morningstar, it's great to have you here for a live stream too. So in this episode of Ash versus Evil Dead, Ash is arrested by Linda's husband. And again, Linda is his girlfriend of the past when he was a young boy in high school. And the police officer arrests him for the woman's head that he chopped off in the bathroom of the bar. He like did a toilet swirl in her head last episode, and then he fleshed it and then just chainsawed her head like right off. It was just so awesome. So that's why the police officer was there, or the sheriff, I apologize. He was there to arrest Ash. So he took him down to the police station. I apologize, excuse me. He took Ash down to the police station and he he put him into a jail cell, and then that's when his daughter and his wife come in. Now Linda is his wife, and that's his ex-girlfriend. And I'm sorry, no, I just saw myself on the camera. No meant promotion on my drink, I swear to you. And the Declan, it's so nice to have you here too. So Linda brings in their daughter, and the daughter was the one who was in the car with Pablo when it was all possessed, Christine like. Which is so hard. If I had to pick an episode, my favorite episode in this season, I still have to say it's episode 2 for season 2 and episode 2 for season 1. They just truly outdo themselves in episode 2 in every season of Ash versus Evil Dead. So far, episode 5 was great, but I still don't think it outdoes episode 2. So the daughter is telling her dad about everything that happens. Ash is calling from his jail cell. Ball is there. And it's actually kind of hot too. He intercepts a police officer and gets into her skin. Hashtag hello, Joshua. So nice to have you here, buddy. And Theodore only. Or it's Theon and only. I'm not sure. I hope I said it right. Nice to have you all here. And it was just so cool. He Ball like pulled the skin of the police officer, and the effects that they had in this episode of Ash versus Evil Dead, I love it because they really can't do some of these special effects with the original Evil Dead movies. Number one, they were on a budget. Number two, they were pretty limited in a lot of things they could do due to the budget and their remote location. So it's really nice to see that in this series, what they're able to do with the special effects, with the money, with the resources, with uh, more within the original creative minds to the movies. It's been it's been awesome. So I apologize. I keep getting off. I just love this show. So Ball is now in this beautiful busty blonde cop's body. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My kids were trying to interrupt me while I was watching the episode. Usually I get to watch this episode at midnight, Saturday nights. And unfortunately, STARZ decided to screw me and not post Ash versus Evil Dead on their on demand last night or this morning or this afternoon. So literally, I had to wait until 7 o'clock. Hashtag poor me, but I don't care. I would wait forever for Ash versus Evil Dead. It's just that I actually like to watch it that much earlier because my I can watch it at night when my kids don't interrupt me. And because I had to watch it today at 7 p.m., unfortunately, my kids kind of kept running in because they know how much I love Bruce and they know how cool and funny the show is. And they know I will never let them watch it because of obviously their age. Right now, my kids are still quite young. However, they still try to watch the show. So I might have to actually change the after show times because of this fact. My kids are just starting to go, just starting to love Bruce Campbell and the Evil Dead concept of him and the Deadites. So, if it's Walking Dead or something, they don't care. If it's American Horror Story, they don't care. But if it's Ash versus Evil Dead, they care. Omar, you saw Friday the 13th yesterday. Was it your first time? And if it was, how did you like it? I have the entire 8 pack on DVD. I love the Friday the 13th movies. Well, I mean, some of them, but it's still great to have them. So, anyway, Ball kind of gets in a couple of people's skins. Um, Ruby, Ruby, and freaking Ruby and Kelly. I wanted to say Dana DeLorenzo, but it kind of feels weird calling her by her real name when I'm calling Lucy Lawless by her character name. So Ruby and I love this show. Ruby and Dana, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. Ruby and Dana, basically, they're a really good team. I like their comedy duo together, Kelly. Kelly is just such an awesome character. And I know, guys, that I used to say that if it came down to it, I hope that Pablo is the one that's killed over Kelly. But I have to say, I don't know now. Based on the scare that they gave us last week about thinking that Pablo had died, oh my God, I was sitting there screaming, no, don't let Pablo die. And he obviously didn't die. It was just the car, the images messing with him. He didn't obviously die, but still it made me, the viewer, think that he did. And the reaction and the heartbreak that I felt in actually thinking that Pablo was dead made me realize that I hope Kelly and Pablo don't die in this season. However, I know it's inevitable. I know it's inevitable. And I gotta admit, that's another reason why I do like The Walking Dead, because you get to know these characters and then they kill them off ruthlessly. And that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I know it bothers other people, but I like that kind of character driven character, and then all of a sudden they're died, and then I mourn them as if they were a real person. I just love that kind of torture, when it comes to my shows. So I know it's inevitable in Ash versus Evil Dead. Now again, I don't know if I really want anything to ever happen to Kelly and Pablo. Obviously, something might happen to Ruby, and I think I could accept that. It's difficult because I really do like Ruby and her character, and Lucy Lawless. I mean, she's just beautiful. She's so smart, and I love her character with Kelly. They make such a great duo together. They're snappy and witty, and they can totally kick ass and handle a gun. Absolutely love them. Victor, it's so great to have you here. And I see what you said, Mr. Omar, about your first time that you watched Friday the 13th. It was in '09 or '10. And Declan says, to be honest, I've been watching gory films since I was 5, so you should maybe try them an episode and see how they react. If they're fine, they can have some Evil Dead buddy watchers. I know. I will definitely, my sons, I think, are going to be ready, but they're just still young, and I just kind of wanna keep them young for a little while, and I don't want and I would have to honestly be the one to be up with them when they have nightmares. My poor husband has insomnia, so he takes medication for that. So whenever the kids are up, I'm up, which is like every single night. And that's just the last thing that I really wanna add to the trauma. Arcadia Morningstar says, "I honestly got bored of The Walking Dead. Each episode became so similar and just blended." I know, and, it's on right now, and I won't even probably watch it until way later tonight or tomorrow. It's just not that much of an important show to me anymore. Not like Ash versus Evil Dead. That show, the second it premieres, I have to stop my entire life and I have to watch the show. Absolutely. Which, real quick, before I go right back to comments, let me hit it back with you guys about what the actual episode, finish it off what it was about. I just love this show so much. I apologize. I'm going off on a tangent. So if you have not actually seen the episode, let me finish up. Pablo was feeling very ill. He was getting something on his stomach. It looked like, boils, some sort of boils on his stomach. And you know, they were just trying to kind of pass it off in a comedic way. But by the end of the episode, you could see the words of the Necronomicon was starting to appear on Pablo's stomach. And Ruby told them that that's how they send Ball back is, I guess the writing that's going to be on Pablo. So I think that's very interesting that in the last episode, um, Ash and Pablo tossed the book into the pit that was in the trunk, and now the book is kinda, like, coming back, reappearing through Pablo, and, I mean, Pablo has been through some horrible shit this whole entire season and last. If he's not having teenage or baby demons spurt out of his freaking mouth and his bowels, he's having a freaking book slapped on his face and being seduced by a possessed Kelly and pulled into a delta possessed by an evil spirit, and I mean, poor Pablo. Kelly is always kicking ass and getting blood splattered on her, but Pablo is always getting the short end of the stick this season. So, anyway, Ball just happened to leap into a couple of people while they were in the police station. It kind of went back and forth between Linda, her husband, and, Ash. So, I mean, all in all, it seemed more like it was a filler episode. It didn't have as much violence and action as the other episodes did, the previous 4 episodes, but, that again, that's okay. It had great dialogue. It had, great development, with Kelly and, Ruby, and that also gave us more information about Pablo, the Necronomicon, and what's going on with him. So I just, again, it wasn't as bloody and violent, obviously, as, the previous 4 episodes, but it had strong development, it had great storylines, and it just had some great comedy. Let's just not lie. Ash versus Evil Dead and the Evil Dead movies, they can keep you rolling. And it had amazing special effects. Again, it was so great to see what this show can actually do now that they have the budget and the resources and the original creative minds of the movies to make this happen, which is, again, why I love this show so much. I will never forget being 11 years old, having a broken leg, a bum summer, going through VHS movies, my dad asking me, "Hey, Mary, what you looking for?" And I said, "Well, I was just looking for a horror movie." And he said, "Oh, you want a horror movie?" And then he gave me The Evil Dead #1. Changed my life forever. So, yeah, I'm just obsessed with this show. I love Bruce Campbell. He came to Austin recently, and it was too late. It was expensive. It was like 250 bucks to, like, meet him in person and get his autograph, and it would have been money honestly well spent. I mean, I just went out and spent 50 bucks for a first edition novel. So, spending, dropping 250, $200 to meet Bruce Campbell and to shake his hand and, just to get a picture with him, that is freaking money well spent. However, I didn't know about it in time and I missed it. I guess he sold out pretty quickly. I don't I guess a lot of Bruce Campbell fans live in Austin, but it is my goal, guys, to try to get either Ray Santiago, Lucy Lawless, anybody who works on Ash versus Evil Dead to just maybe come on the show just for like a little, maybe like a Google Hangouts call to do a little like a 2 or 5 minute questionnaire, just so we can kind of that way you guys can ask them questions, I can kind of ask them a couple of questions, and we can just have an awesome time just fangirling and fanboying out to our absolute favorite show. So now I can put my glasses actually back on and see what you guys said. Omar says, do you know tomorrow there's going to be a show called Stand Against Evil on IFC? It's supposed to be a knockoff of Ash versus Evil Dead. I have heard about it. I don't know if it's supposed to be a knockoff of Ash versus Evil Dead, but it doesn't matter. If it doesn't star Bruce Campbell, I'm not very interested in it. I mean, I'm interested in American Horror Story, absolutely, and The Walking Dead, but not as much because they don't star Bruce Campbell. What's up, Isaiah? Hey, Adon, it's nice to have you. I hope I am enunciating your names correctly. Joshua, hashtag Shelby is supreme. Thank you. Halloween Boo, thank you so much, Adon. That's awesome. Arcadia Morningstar says, I don't have a TV show that I have to stop my life to watch. Oh, I watch most TV shows when ranking on League. There is so many rare ones, Arcadia Morningstar, that I would actually stop my life to watch. Like I said, Ash versus Evil Dead is the only one I would ever do that for. Well, maybe in obviously American Horror Story. Declan asked, imagine if Ryan and Brad ended up involved in writing Ash versus Evil Dead. How would you react? I would not, Declan, I would never want Ryan or Brad to touch Ash versus Evil Dead. And it's no offense to them. No offense to them at all. You just have to understand. The Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness were gold. Every single movie, gold. They don't follow the traditional stories of what you hear about. The first one was great, the second one sucked, the third one, why did they even waste the money? The Evil Dead trilogy does not follow this retrospect, or does not follow this principle. It goes along the lines of badass, kicked ass, laughed my ass off. And so, I mean, because it had such magic in those 3 movies, I would not want Ryan or Brad to mess with that magic, because and that's what I think makes Ash versus Evil Dead so great, because the people who had the magic of the original 3 movies are doing this show. So therefore, that's why I think it really works so well. And I just, whoo, I just absolutely loved it. Oh, it's pronounced Aiden. Oh, Aiden, thank you so much. But it's okay. I'm Irish and no one knows the name. Well, thank you, Aiden. I will remember now. And it's awesome to have you. Thank you for correcting me on that, because I feel like it's disrespectful to you guys to enunciate your names improperly. So thank you. Aiden says, Ash is Bay. Oh, I know. I know. I think Bruce Campbell is like, he's probably like 59, 60 years old, but it doesn't matter. He is one hot man. I don't care if my husband ever left me or divorced me or anything like that. I would have to say I would probably follow Bruce Campbell along as like a groupie, begging him to marry me. Um, so it's awesome to have everybody here. And there was Dominion, but that was taken away from me. Oh yeah, on the sci-fi. Let's see. Declan says, "Hey, a little off topic, but have you heard of the movie Lost Boys, because they're making it into a TV series?" I have, Declan. Obviously, I was born in the 70s, so I'm a child of the 80s. And yeah, I've definitely seen The Lost Boys, but I have not heard about it being an actual TV series. So I'll have to check on that. Um, Omar says he looks young. Yeah, he does. You can definitely tell that Bruce Campbell takes care of himself because he does not look as if, he's an older gentleman. He still looks as if he's still a younger gentleman, at least to me. Aiden says, dare I say, DILF? A DILF. Right. I guess he'd be a, a GD ILF, a granddad, But, which is weird. Bruce Campbell, I don't know if he has any kids. I can't believe that. I don't think he does. Anyway, so it's still my goal, guys. I tweet them all the time. I tweet Dana DeLorenzo, Ray Santiago, and Bruce Campbell. And Ray has liked a couple of my tweets. Dana has liked one. And Bruce has liked one and actually responded to me. So you have to say, I've gone totally fangirl over here. So I will absolutely keep on them. I don't care if somebody is watching this show and they wipe the floors. They clean up the blood afterwards on Ash versus Evil Dead. I don't care. We would love to have you on this show. Like I said, if you empty the trash cans afterwards, I don't care. If you work for Ash versus Evil Dead, contact me at, in the comments or at MaryGirl Moody at gmail.com. And I will definitely have you on the show. Again, I do this through Google Hangouts, or we can do a split screen call just for like maybe 5 minutes, whatever you're comfortable with. But I absolutely invite you to come onto the show. And I was going to say real quick, guys, we do have an Ash versus Evil Dead Junkies group on Facebook. That for right now, that's all we have on social media. Excuse me, when the group gets a little bigger, I will actually expand it more into social media. But if you would like to, go into the description and you will actually see the link for the group Ash versus Evil Dead Junkies. Omar, that's a really good, Omar, you would like to be on the show. Absolutely. Omar, have you seen the Ash versus Evil Dead show and the movies? And if you haven't, no worries. I can give you links to them on YouTube where you can watch them. Just please make sure, guys, that you give thumbs up and support to the people who are posting this because these are great movies. And though I completely agree about I mean, trust me, I throw my money at Ash versus Evil Dead and the Evil Dead. I throw my money at that franchise enough for probably 8 people. Okay. So far I've maybe given 4 people links to the Evil Dead movies. So the way I see it, I'm still trying to, do my part in throwing my money at the franchise and getting people hooked on the show. So so if you guys have not seen the Evil Dead movies, just let me know. Or you just type in the Evil Dead on your search engine on YouTube and you don't purchase it. It's not there's ones that you can actually watch for free. And I highly encourage you, especially during Halloween. These movies are perfect to watch when the sun goes down. And also, guys, before we go, since you guys are actually here, this is not something that I'm going to advertise to everybody. This is going to be, I don't know, maybe I will actually advertise it. I have no idea, but I'm going to tell you about it now. 11:30 tomorrow night, my time, which is Central Standard Time. At 11:30, I am going to live stream on Halloween night. And I'm going to have my Ouija board with me. And I'm going to have my tarot cards. And I'm going to show you guys that that stuff really doesn't work. If something weird happens, you know what happens. But tomorrow night, we're going to do something special for Halloween here on my channel. Something with a Ouija board and tarot cards. So if you are around tomorrow night and your stomach hurts after eating all that candy, and if you scared the crap out of yourself, out of all those horror movies, come hang out here on my channel and we will scare the crap out of each other. And I will tell you guys the scariest thing that has ever happened to me as well. And you can also tell me the scariest things that have also happened to you. And possibly, I'll add someone to the actual live stream tomorrow, okay? So before we go, this episode of Ash versus Evil Dead, episode 5, I give absolutely, a 10. Usually the way that I rate the shows, they're rocking off my charts. But this time I would say that it doesn't necessarily rock off my charts, but it was still a fantastic episode. And I'm very proud of this season. I'm so happy this show is back. So don't forget, guys, I'll be back next Sunday with After the Evil, another live stream to talk about After the Evil, after Ash versus Evil Dead, episode 6. Oh my God, episode 6. We only have 5 episodes left of this season. We're halfway through. I am honestly sad about this because I love this show. I don't know what the heck I'm going to watch anymore. American Horror Story is done with in just a couple of weeks, and then Ash versus Evil Dead is done in 5. Totally sucks. So anyway, guys, again, this episode was great. Ash versus Evil Dead is phenomenal. Maurice and Chill, don't worry. You post your question. I'm just wrapping things up. You take your time. And again, just a fantastic show. Don't forget tonight on Burnt Toast Channel, please, at 9 o'clock, which is in 30 minutes, they start their Devil's Night. Now, what you guys do, oh, darn it, that's right. Let me get Maisie's, oh, darn, before I go, shoot, let me get Maisie's. Wait a minute. Okay, so wait a minute, guys. I don't have Maisie's. Hang on, maybe I do. Hang on 1 second, my guys. I do. Hang on 1 second. Now, guys, she is only accepting, oh, darn it. Okay, guys. She is only accepting these requests at 9 o'clock and only for the night of Devil's Night, okay? So if you go out there and if you try to request on Maisie after that time frame, it's nothing to offense to you. Maisie just does not accept requests from people that she doesn't know. So again, I hope you guys certainly understand. It's mostly just a safety reason for her. But her email is maisieandrews2 at AOL.com. So you basically hang on 1 sec. Oh, sorry, guys. So again, that's going on in Burnt Toast here in just a little bit. I'll be back next Sunday with After the Evil. I am so sorry about that again, guys. My computer just refreshed. I apologize. And Beyond the Horror is on Wednesday night after American Horror Story. Special Halloween live stream broadcast tomorrow night at 11:30 Central Standard Time, PM that is. And I just hope that you guys out there have a really happy and safe Halloween. Thank you so much for everybody being here. I will see you all tomorrow night. And you guys are all awesome again for coming to watch the live stream. Thank you all for your support. Don't forget to like the live stream and please come join our group in Facebook. And please support Ash versus Evil Dead by throwing your money at the franchise. Subscribe to STARZ. It's 14 bucks a month. Well, I mean, at least I pay 14 bucks a month. It's extremely cheap. Go buy Ash versus Evil Dead season 1 right now. I think it's like for 18 bucks. It's a great little Halloween watch too. And go watch the movie, support the franchise. Love you guys very much. You are all so awesome. Thank you all for watching and have an awesome evil night and Halloween.